Shout out my elders working, trying to get together, making sure we do it better. Free us from this white oppressor. My people catching cases, double life he facing. Scattered all across the world, I see familiar faces.
So, is your family like, is some of your family from Brazil? They not Angola?
It's like the coast of South Africa.
It's the coast of South Africa. Oh,
So like on the west side.
Okay, fact. So, so let me ask you something, right? If you see the condition that black Hispanic and Native American people are in, right? You not really? Not really. So let me ask you something. Are black people oppressed all around the world? Are black people oppressed all around the world? You would say so? Okay. So why do you feel that is?
Like, why are we always in a council state?
Yeah.
Why are we always in a council state?
Yeah. Like, why are we always at the bottom? So look it, right? I'm gonna tell you something. Your dad's full Portuguese? He's in Goa. Your granddad's Indian? Like his father's Indian? You sure? I don't know, bro. You look like me. You know what I'm saying? So but no, look it, right? I'm gonna read you some stuff, and if your spirit can resonate with, or if you feel some of the stuff that's going on, you know, all presence to the Most High. If it don't resonate with you, you know what I'm saying? Or okay, so read that for me. 28:15. So this is the reason why Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, or where they at right now, right? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said, if we don't listen to his commandments, he's going to curse us. And it's going to get to the point where they're going to overtake us. So which means we're going to be in a very messed up state. You know what I'm saying? If you look at us, we are in a messed up state. You can't sit here and proudly say like we might be like we them niggas. But let's be real. Like, does it show? You know what I'm saying? Does it show like is the fruits there? No, it's not. That's because we personally in a cursed state, right? So this is one of the curses that God said he would do, right? Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Right? So he said, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Are black people, Hispanic people, Native American people, do we not live in the ghettos? See what I'm saying? So are we not the ones that are less fortunate? Are we not struggling? Welfare wasn't created for white people, it was created for us, right? See what I mean? So it goes to show that what God said was going to happen to us, it's going to happen to us, right? So you say your father is Portuguese, right? Now I'm going to show you something. God said that he was going to scatter us all throughout the four corners of the earth, right? This is how he's going to do it. Give me verse 49.
Verse 49. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So the Most High God said he's going to bring a nation against us. You know what I'm saying? From far of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, right? So if you really look at it, right, our Hispanic brothers and our Native American brothers, they found America first, right? And we know what happened to African American people because it's documented history. But they hide their history because they don't want us to know that we're the same people. So they don't know that while we was coming over here, we was Christopher Columbus and we was taking on over there. So now we have our people who might identify as being Portuguese, but do you go back to the man Jacob where it comes from? But it's like, let me ask you something. How does a man of like that looks how you look, right? How did your people get to Portuguese? Because that's not even what y'all originated from. You see what I mean? So when you start to peel back the layers of you, like, okay, how did we get here? Same way. How did if my lineage goes back to Jerusalem and Israel, how did I get to America? Slavery. You see what I'm saying? You get uprooted and taken from somewhere and you get taken somewhere else. You see what I mean? And we've been living like this all, and that's why we call ourselves Portuguese, we call ourselves this and that. And I know you got the spirit of Israel on you too, because you sit here and listen and you're taking this in. Right. And it makes sense to you. Because guess what? Give me Romans 8, no, give me Romans 8 and 16, how do we get that? Right, read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
So the Most High God said he's going to scatter us among all people. You see what I'm saying? So more than likely, that's probably what happened to you and your family, which is why you say you're Portuguese, that's only because you were scattered around people that was Portuguese. Just like how we call ourselves American. I'm not American. My roots are American. You see what I mean? My roots are American. Even though our Hispanic American people land here, they roots are American. We all go back to Jerusalem and Israel.
Right.
You see what I mean? That is our true homeland. But what happened is we got scattered, right? So how do we come back into learning who we are? We got to go over these curses. But how is this curse resonating, right? Right? Finish that.
Verse 50. I'm going to finish 49. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So what happened was they didn't show no favor to our elders, nor to our young. That's documented history.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can literally look this up in history. They fucked over the old and the young. You see what I mean? They used to rip us and take us from our babies, and they'll go sell our babies to other plantations. You see what I mean? This is documented history, but this all happened because we didn't listen to our God. Because if you ever read about Israel, their great estate, when David and Solomon ruled, right, it was infinitely time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? See, we didn't get to see that time now. You see what I'm saying? Because we're here in these days, but we have a mission just like they did. You know what I'm saying? Now we have to manifest this kingdom back by waking our people up. You see what I mean? And this is how we do. So when you heard these curses, what happened, right? Read.
Look at Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
So your spirit gonna bear witness that you are a child of God. You see what I mean? So you're not sitting here listening to this for no reason. Everything was written before me. You see what I mean? So now what we have to do is we have to continue to take this information in and then we have to apply it. You see what I mean? What I want you to do is whenever you go and you get some time to yourself, you get some time to leadership, go look up the Israelites, right? Go look up how they were taken into slavery, when they lost their homeland, and all the places they were taken. They were taken all along the Atlantic. They were taken all along the Atlantic, through the Caribbean, and all that, and brought to America. But while this was happening, our Hispanic brothers were being taken back over there to Portugal, Spain, Europe, all those places. So we literally crossing paths going back and forth. That's how slavery works. We moving back and forth. You see what I mean? I don't want to take too much of your time, man, but y'all know it's like, oh,
You got something to do. Look up the history of King James. Right? Because matter of fact, he was actually right. So you gotta look up the history on why they try to discredit his history because they essentially what's that word called?
they try to
iconoclast. They try to whitewash the history from the UK. Right, so look up the history of King James and even his name, Charles Stewart James. The word Stewart actually goes back to his name actually
So let me ask you something. Were you born out here in America?
Nah.
You weren't? So you from Portugal?
Literally, yes. I was born in Portugal, but like my mum and my dad, they're both from Angola. But we moved to Portugal and from Portugal to the UK.
So let me ask you, why did your family move to Portugal?
See, to be fair, I actually don't know, but from what I know, it's just like my family is just like whoever, like, see, whenever my family leaves Angola, it's just Portugal, you know?
So look it, right?
I don't
Look it,
really
right?
know.
Whenever you get the chance, ask your parents, right? What's the original reason why y'all left Portugal, right? Because more than likely, or Angola and came to Portugal, right? And if they tell you it's because of any type of persecution, not being able to sustain yourself, more than likely you are an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You being uprooted out of where you originally come from, which is still not Angola, but that's where y'all was at. You know what I mean? And y'all having to go to another place because you are facing persecution, poverty, or because where you at right now is not treating you according, more than likely you are an Israelite. Because I'm going to tell you something, it's more of our people that are scattered all throughout Africa and they're being persecuted right now. They just don't have the means to leave. See what I mean? So they stuck there in there. You know what I mean? So sometimes, hey, ask your family, dig into your roots, bro. You know? Yeah, dig into your roots,
I've
bro.
never actually just thought by it myself, you know, but
Yeah.
like
Sometimes you just hear something, or you growing up with something, so you just
I'm
take it
only
and hit
18,
it,
bro.
see, and you learn. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. The greatest thing that you'll ever be able to do is dig into your heritage and find out who you are. Find out who you are, and they can't tell you who you are. You see what I mean? I'm gonna keep it. That's the catalyst for mental slavery. Is you don't know who you are, so I tell you who you are. That's how they mind fucked us. That's why I think I'm African American. I'm not too confused. How that work? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Let me ask you something, right? My brother right here, they would call him Mexican, right? What language? Hey, what's our native language though? What is a Mexican's native language?
Now what?
You see what I'm saying? Why they don't speak Mexican? He's a Mexican, but he don't speak Mexican. He speaks what? No, and that goes back with Spanish, right? Yeah, Spanish. So he speaks Spanish. But if you know that Spanish people are actually a people.
I thought he meant like he said our
You
name.
see what I'm saying? So just like us, right? I don't speak Hebrew. I speak English. English people are actually a people. It's just that we got enslaved by a group of brothers who are all the same people. We just got enslaved by the English. They got enslaved by the Spanish. They all the same people.
Right.
See what I mean? That's another way that you know that Hispanics are Israelites according to the Bible, just like African American people are, because they went through the same things from the same people.
Right.
See what I mean?
I gotta appreciate it.
Kind of read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
So the Most High God said He's going to discontinue us from our heritage, which means everything that our customs, our practices, His laws, statutes, and commandments, He's going to separate us from. You know what I mean? That means He put it to a complete halt. That's why we don't know who we are, and we're worshiping other gods.
Right.
We look up and we think our zodiac sign determines on the fact that we do this and all that. If people are like, I'm a piece of shit because I'm a Libra. No, you're a piece of shit because you're a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you need to fix yourself. Like, let's just keep it up. But they need a reason for that. You see what I'm saying? But we got discontinued from our heritage because what happened? We pissed our God off. Right? Read what you got.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world,
Right? Keep reading.
right? And Jacob is the beginning of his fall.
So Esau, right, the so-called white man, it says he's going to be the end of the world. And it says Jacob, the Israelite man, right, Black, Hispanic, and Native American, it says we're going to be the beginning of it that follows. This
Right.
is another reason that you know that Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are all Israelites, because we're all under persecution to the same person.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So when his end is done, our beginning is going to begin. It's the cold part about it. Our beginning it's going to be forever. There's not going to be a time where Israelites are struggling. Israelites are going to want and need for anything, because God is going to make sure we're good forever. You see what I mean? But let me ask you something, right? If you have slaves, right, and you built your country off free labor, right, you're not just going to be your slaves up, are you? It's going to be a fight, right? It's going to be a fight, right? Give me that, they're going to make war with the land, right? And then give me that Ezekiel 25 and 13, right? Because what's going to happen is Christ, right? You know who Jesus is. We all know most famous man ever walked this earth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's because of the
Right.
great works that he did. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High for sending us Christ, right? So when the first time he came as the lamb because he had to be a sacrifice for the children of Israel, right? But when he comes back the next time, he's coming as a lion, which means he's coming back to do what? Wage war. Because they're not going to just give his people up. They're going to make it a fight. See what I'm
Right.
saying? But that's how proud these people are, because you're going to watch somebody crack the sky, come from heaven, and then you're going to try to make war with this being. You got to be proud or stupid, and I think they both.
So like if I may, they actually say that they're preparing for an alien invasion there, and that they're ready to go to war with that. They're prepping for a nationwide invasion or worldwide invasion, and all like NATO and everything like that. They're looking for ways to combat against that, right?
And it's a crazy part that he mentioned that, right? Because it's just like, one, you're preparing for a war that's out of this world, right? And then the Bible speaks on a specific figure that's going to come down from the sky, and he's going to wage war with the earth, with the wicked on the earth. You see what I mean? So they know what's about to happen. See, we just the ones that's lost in the sauce. But now you got brothers out here who know the scriptures, we understand, and now we can get you well equipped for it, right?
Right.
Read what you got?
And I'm just going to read a little bit of context because I think it's important.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive powers as kings 1 hour with the beast. these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Which is one specific nation, right? Read.
These shall make war with the Lamb.
So they're going to make war with the Lamb. When it speaks on the Lamb, it's speaking about Christ, right? Because Christ is coming on behalf of his Father to do the will of his Father.
Right.
You know what I mean? Our job is prep. His job, war. It all comes together. You see what I mean? So when he comes back, what he's basically coming back for is the fact that y'all not going to let my people go. You ever heard of the story of Moses? Are you familiar with the Bible?
That's one thing I was about to speak to now, but like, right now it's like kind of getting into it. Going through a situation that's kind of, you know.
So I'm gonna give you some knowledge, right? Moses was trying to bring his people out of Egypt, right? And he said a saying that's famous throughout all the history, right? Let my people go, right? And Pharaoh did not want to let his people go. So what did God have to do? He had to destroy Egypt. He made it to the point to where Pharaoh was like, "Get the fuck up out of here." You feel what I'm saying? He literally told us to go, like, "All right, y'all good, y'all can get up out of here." You know what I mean? It's the same thing that's gonna happen, but this time it's not gonna be no nation that's gonna be like, "All right, y'all can go." No, they get slavery or death, bro. And that's just all it is. When it comes down to it, y'all put the children of Israel in slavery. We worked free for hundreds of years, and to this day, we're still working for next to free. Because if you look at it, right? Let's say you work for Tesla, right? And you work for Elon Musk. He's paying you $700 a week, but he got $400 billion. That's still modern day slavery. That's pennies on the dollar compared to what you got. You see what I'm saying? And the jail system. Right now in jail, look, if you're a felon and you in jail, it's legal for him to make you a slave. That's a 13th exactly. See what I mean? And they never harp on it. They think, oh, slavery is gone, slavery is gone. No, slavery is very much still here. You see what I mean? These are the things that, you see, the Bible tells us that we're going to be slaves until Christ comes back. So now you can already be like, okay, I know what time it is. You know what I mean? Don't be fooled by the smoke and mirrors. You are very much still slaves, right? Because if you take out any cash, you got any cash or like $1 or something? Let me just take it out from you, right? Yeah, take it out, right? So look it, right? When you take this out, does this man look like you?
No way.
No. So you know what that means? That means you're still in slavery. When the people on your money don't look like you, that means you're in a land that's not yours.
Right.
Now, I got an example for that too. Jesus, during the time of Jesus, they had Caesar.
Mexico,
Because at the time when Jesus was around,
Portugal,
Rome was
Portuguese
in power.
people owned the dollar.
So Jesus and his brethren, they had points of Caesar. Right? So they were during the time of the Roman captivity. Just like how we have money of
Andrew Jackson, Benjamin Franklin, and all that.
and Queen Elizabeth on the UK money and stuff like that. These people are not our people.
Right.
Jesus Christ weren't related to the people of Rome at the time. No, Rome had Israel in captivity. You know what I mean? But I do have a point. Go ahead. So I looked it up because I saw a video about Angola like not too long ago. So the official language of Angola is Portuguese. Why do you think that is?
Colonized. That's why. Colonized. So now, right now, you understand that this side of you is Israelite too, because where you come from has been colonized by Portuguese people, right? And you wonder why your family goes from Angola to Portugal because they speak the same language. It's no difference besides how people look, but I can still communicate effectively. You see what I mean? That's the link between Angola and Portugal.
Because do you speak the native Angola languages? No.
Nah.
Right.
My grandma does.
But see, that's because your grandma a little bit older than you. So when she's older than you, so she's been there. Do your parents speak the native language of Angola?
That's the thing. Not really, but they understand it.
They understand it, right? So, but I'm gonna tell you something. Understanding it and speaking it is two different things. You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff that my brother can say in Spanish, I might understand it, but I can't have a fluent conversation with him in Spanish. You see what I mean? So that just goes to show you. So if the native language, one of the native languages of Angola is Portuguese. And the only way they got there is if it was colonized, right? Then more than likely you are in the Bible, because guess what we said about a whole lot of brothers that are still in Africa because we scattered the footprints of the
Right.
You see what I mean? So now, what's so cold about it is, right? Your spirit now has to bear witness, right? With all the information I'm giving to you, you know what I'm saying? And I give you some curses, right? I'm gonna give you another, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and give me let me ask you something. What's the primary religion in Angola?
The water.
What I know,
Water.
Bingo. You're gonna serve or worship with throne.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Most High God said He's going to bring us into Egypt again with ships, right? If you understand what Israel was doing in ancient Egypt, right, through the slaves, you know what I mean? So He said, I'm going to send you into Egypt again with ships. Give me Exodus 22. I'm going to just prove to you that Egypt is synonymous for slavery, right? If you look up the etymology of the word Egypt, right, or Mizraim, which is where it really comes from, the etymology of that word is between a rock and a hard place. The Israelites, their first slavery was in Egypt, right? They were literally between a rock and a hard place, right? And this is so cool. You got a $1 bill on you? You got a $1 bill on you? You got a nah. You pull up a picture of a $1 bill.
I got that right.
Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am Yahweh thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So what is another word for bondage? Slavery. You know what I'm saying? So when I go back to 68, Deuteronomy 68, read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So it says we're going to be sold unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. It says no man shall buy us, right? That word buy in the Hebrew, it means to redeem. So nobody's going to get you out of slavery, right? So we know that Egypt is synonymous with slavery. It says we're going into slavery on ships. Now, who are the only people in history that are going into slavery on ships? We might be operating as separated, but we're the same people. But what people went into slavery on ships? Black people and Hispanic people. You see what I mean? Now remember, He says He's going to send you into Egypt on ships, right? And I'm going to show you something so cool, right? Show them that picture. This is the back of a $1 bill, right? Yeah, there you go. So this is the back of a $1 bill, right? There's a pyramid and there's an eagle, right? So the symbol for America is the eagle, right? And the symbol for Egypt, is a pyramid, right? Now I'm gonna put you on some game, right? What was the Israelites' first captivity? It was Egypt. And it says our last captivity is gonna be Esau, which is the eagle, right? What does America have to do with Egypt?
Bro, that's crazy.
They have the children of Israel in slavery.
Right. Just the West.
Yeah, the Western world, right? But they know our history. They put our first captivity and our last captivity on $1. They're mocking us. They know who we are, we just don't know who we are. You see what I mean? It's a reason they did that, because they know. This, I'm telling you, Egypt don't got nothing to do with America besides one thing, that y'all have the children of Israel in slavery.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. And they mock us and they tell us that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely, I'll drop your message on. It's actually something that I want to.
You want to learn it too, right? So now this is what you do, right? So now, because you got the spirit of a Jake, bro. I see it. It's all on you. You know what I'm saying? You just got an accent from the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you something, right? Crack open the Bible, and when you read it this time, don't when you read it, don't read it like, oh, I'm trying to get indulged into religion. Read it like it's a history book about your ancestors, right?
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly how recently I've been reading the Bible and that stuff. It's actually how I've been looking at it. It's not like just because just to actually understanding how to
Exactly.
reading
So now, right? So this is what you do, right? So when you read about Adam, this isn't Adam a random man. This is Adam, my forefather.
Look, I can even show you, bro. Look, I even show you on my phone. No cap. Look, look, bro. No joke. You even got a notification there. Like, bro, I've actually been live, bro. That's not true. Yeah, bro. Like, I leave a bookmark on like where I read it and stuff.
See, so you already got the spirit of wanting to study the Bible on you. You see what I mean? So now I'm gonna give you a tip. When you read the Bible, right? When you see Adam, this isn't Adam some random man. This is Adam my forefather. When you see Noah, this isn't Noah some random man. This is Noah my forefather. When you see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, these ain't just random men. These are my forefathers. When you see the children of Israel, this isn't just some random nation. This is my forefather. This is who I am. Because God didn't call us African American. He didn't call us Angolan. He didn't call us Portuguese. He called us the children of Israel.
Right.
Yasharal in the Hebrew. Do you know what Israel means? That means you prevail with God and men. You see what I'm saying? You have the power to prevail with God and men. See what I mean? So think about how powerful that is. I'm not a nigga. I'm not black. I'm not none of that. I'm an Israelite.
Right.
Right.
I'm an Israelite. Our forefather wrestled an angel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Bring it out.
Our forefather wrestled an angel.
Right.
You name anybody else that did anything? Nobody. So now, hey, I'm not black. I'm not this. And I'm an Israelite. I present what God meant. And when you
Right.
walk up and down the street, take pride in that because that's something to be proud of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the message we're trying to teach. We're trying to get our people up out of here because guess what? The quicker we repent and the quicker we keep the commandments, the quicker we get to be back on time. You see what I mean? So all this information, I want you to take this in. I want you to read. I want you to read the Bible.
Oh, that's precept to live in mind with it. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
So this is the whole duty of man. This is the God. This is what God said your whole duty as a man to do is to keep my commandments. Because if you keep
Right.
my commandments, you're gonna be prosperous.
Right.
And guess what? As long as you're not going against what His commandments is, you're not even in violation.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's something that we all have to remember too. Some people make stuff a sin that's not a sin, and then you put a stumbling block in front of people. You see what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is right. You an intelligent brother. I see it already. You already inquiring, right?
Right,
So
right.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the youngsters, right? I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you 4 commandments, but because you're a little bit older than me, right? Give me Numbers 15 and 37, and then give me Leviticus 11 and start at verse 7, right? I'm gonna give you these commandments. Meditate on these. You know what I'm saying? If you start practicing these and keep these in your everyday life, I guarantee you're gonna see a change in yourself in a year. You don't
Right.
even recognize yourself.
Right.
Right.
Your life, all right?
Right.
Okay? Go ahead, read.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Bring it up.
Verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations. Like they put upon the fringe of the border of the blue. They shall be unto you a fringe, that ye may look upon them and remember all the commandments of the
So
Lord.
now you see these that we have on? These are the fringes that he's talking about. You see how the ribbon of blue is right there? You see how the brothers have on the ZZs? You see that? That is the dress code of God, right?
Right.
God wants us to have those on because one, we're supposed to look set apart, but the more important thing is we look on those and remember that we have to keep the commandments.
Right.
So when I look on these fringes and I look on these ZZs, I always remember, hey, I can't do certain things. I'm a child of God. God said no. And God is telling you no for your betterment.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's what people forget. God is letting you know. He's telling you no for your betterment. Sometimes when your parents tell you no, you can't do something, they protect you. They get that from God. That's just a characteristic that our parents got from God.
Right.
And if you become a parent, you're going to inherit that characteristic. You see what I mean? Read what you got.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, starting at verse 7. And the swine, though he divided the hoof, and be cloven-footed.
So stop. You eat pork.
I used to, but I've actually did stop.
All praises to the Most High, right? Now watch this. Now watch this, right? Read.
Yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you, or he is unclean to you.
So God said eating swine is unclean to us, right? Because there's a lot of things that pigs do that we're not supposed to take. They eat anything first and foremost. They're the trash can of the earth. They don't sweat, so all their toxins are still inside them.
Right.
You see what I mean?
They release pus from the bottom of their foot instead of sweating.
Instead of sweating. You see what I mean? You don't want to eat that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to eat that. And one thing about it, they don't regurgitate their food, right? So it's something that's called, they don't chew the cud, right? So when it comes to chewing the cud, right, what happens is, like a cow, right? They eat like plant